Break beats have been the missing link connecting the diasporic community to its drum-woven past. Whereas the quantized drum has allowed the whirling mathematicians to calculate the ever-changing distance between rock and stardom, we do hereby declare reality unkept by the changing standards of dialogue. Statements such as, keep it real, especially when punctuating or anticipating modes of ultra-violence inflicted psychologically or physically, will henceforth be seen as retroactive and not representative of the individually determined is. Motherfuckers better realize, now is the time to self-actualize. Studies show that within a given norm, it's changing the face of the unchanging. The remaining contradictions will parallel the truth. Equate rhyme with reason, sun with season. Reject mediocrity. Your current frequencies of understanding outweigh that which has been given for you to understand. The current standard is the equivalent of an adolescent restricted to the diet of an infant. The rapidly changing body would acquire dysfunction and formative symptoms and could not properly mature on a diet of applesauce and crushed pears. Light years are interchangeable with years of living in darkness. The role of darkness is not to be seen as or equated with ignorance, but with the unknown and the mysteries of the unseen. Thus, in the name of Robeson, Godson, Hurston, Akhenaten, Hatshepsut, Blackfoot, Helen, Benin, Kahlo, Kali, the three Marias, Tara, Lilith, Lord, Whitman, Baldwin, Ginsburg, Kaufman, Lumumba, Gandhi, Gibran, Shabazz, Siddhartha, Medusa, Guevara, Gurdjieff, Rand, Wright, Banneker, Tubman, Hamer, Holiday, Davis, Coltrane, Morrison, Joplin, Du Bois, Clark, Shakespeare, Rachmaninoff, Ellington, Carter, Gay, Hathaway, Hendricks, Cootie, Dickerson, Ripperton, Mary, Isis, Teresa, Hansberry, Tesla, Plath, Rumi, Fellini, Michaud, Nostradamus, Nefertiti, Laroque, Shiva, Ganesha, Yemaya, Oshun, Obatala, Ogun, Kennedy, King, Four Little Girls, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Keller, Biko, Perón, Marley, Magdalene, Cosby, Shakur, those who burn, those still aflame, and the countless unnamed. We claim the present as the present, as the hereafter. We are unraveling our navels so that we may ingest the sun. We are not afraid of the darkness. We trust that the moon shall guide us. We are determining the future at this very moment. We know that the heart is the philosopher's stone. Our music is our alchemy. We stand as the manifested equivalent to 3 buckets of water and a handful of minerals, thus realizing that those very buckets turned upside down supply the percussive factor of forever. Let your children name themselves and claim themselves as the new day. For today, we are determined to be the channelers of these changing frequencies into songs, paintings, writings, dance, drama, photography, carpentry, crafts, love, and love. We enlist every instrument, acoustic, electronic, every so-called gender, race, sexual preference, every person as beings of sound to acknowledge their responsibility to uplift the consciousness of the entire fucking world. Any utterance unaimed will be disclaimed, will be maimed. 2 rappers slain.
What's going on, kings and queens? Your boy Byron X, CEO of Sunrise Enterprise, and today we're back with another video. So today we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with something unique, something designed to stimulate the brain, something designed to take you to a whole nother paradigm, and that's what my job is today, man. So before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get it. All right, so today we're gonna speak on, would you rather be loved or would you rather be feared? Right? First, I'm gonna speak on love, right? I say that when you show love to other people, right, they're gonna give it right back. Of course, reciprocation. You know what I'm saying? When you show love to other animals, they're gonna give it right back. You show love to birds, they're gonna give it right back, right? But I feel that there has to be a balance, right? Love is action. Love is the ability to show up. Love is the ability to do things, you know what I'm saying, from your heart, even if you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Love is being able to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Love is a lot of different things, right? So I have some quotes, right? The first quote is, whoever loved that, loved not at first sight. That's Shakespeare, right? There's another one. Love is the child of illusion and the parent of disillusion, right? if we go look that shit up, it's just like, it just seems all like a game, right? Because nothing really belongs to us. Nothing. Like, you really think about it, the house that you live in, the car that you drive, yeah, it's in your name, you pay for it cash, but eventually it's going to deteriorate. Eventually you're going to move on. Not everything is temporary, right? So love is almost an illusion.
You know the saying, hell hath no fury. Like a what? Woman scorn. You obviously don't know the saying because you don't practice the meaning by it. Meaning, you don't mess with a woman.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we love with our whole hearts.
Yeah.
And when we do, and when you crush it, look, some of us are able to walk away, but some of us feel like we need to get some revenge before we walk away.
I speak on MLK and Old Testament Malcolm X, right? I speak on MLK and how MLK believed that, you know, going about it in a peaceful manner was the right way to get things done. You know, he allowed white people to spit in his face. He was beaten, taken to jail multiple times, and he never thought one time to go pick up a gun. He just go pick up that Bible. And you really don't see anyone but Martin Luther King being really idolized like that. Like, they got a whole day for MLK. But MLK also took a bullet, right, from someone that didn't respect him, that didn't love him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there has to be a balance. So I say that when you love, you have respect. I mean, for some people, it's just content, right? If you're a boss and you're running a company and you're going to the club with your employees, you smoking weed with your employees, you know what I'm saying? You're just joking around and not really getting work done. And then when it's time to get to work and you go to drop your nuts, AKA put your foot down and start to apply some pressure to get the goal accomplished, they don't really take you as serious, right? So they may slack due to the love. The pros are, you may have, you gain respect, you have value, you know what I'm saying? You're less likely, the cons are, you're less likely to keep the respect, and those in your circle that you show love, that got love for you, may slack in times. So I go back to my point with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, right? Martin Luther King believed in showing love. Love is, you know, equality. You know what I'm saying? And that's gotten us nowhere.
It's freedom for everybody or freedom for nobody. America today finds herself in a unique situation. Historically, revolutions are bloody. Oh yes, they are. They have never had a bloodless revolution or a nonviolent revolution. That don't happen even in Hollywood. You don't have a revolution in which you love your enemy. And you don't have a revolution in which you are begging the system of exploitation to integrate you into it. Revolutions overturn systems. Revolutions destroy systems. A revolution is bloody. But America is in a unique position. She's the only country in history in a position actually to become involved in a bloodless revolution. The Russian Revolution was bloody. Chinese Revolution was bloody. French Revolution was bloody. Cuban Revolution was bloody. And there was nothing more bloody than the American Revolution.
Martin Luther King and Malcolm X had two different approaches pushing the same message. I say that love is up and down for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna always give love, but I feel like it's a balance that has to be created, and that's what I'm gonna talk about, fear. So we're gonna talk about fear right now. I say that with fear, when people are fearful of you, they're more efficient, right? You have more free will. Those are the pros of being feared, right? You have more free will. I give you an example, right? And I'm pretty sure that anybody who grew up with a father in their life that was real strict, went to the army, will feel me on this. When I grew up with my dad, he was real strict. He was real strict about the room, the bed, everything. You know what I'm saying? And being able to have love and fear, it was a balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of any man in my life, my father is the only man that I truly fear. My father and God. And I developed that fear because of how rough he was, how tough he was with me coming up, you know? And so, when, like, for instance, if my room was dirty and he would be coming home from work and I hear the truck outside rumbling in the driveway, I would clean the room so fast, you would think that, you know what I'm saying, I can go start my own damn cleaning service. But I realized that fear, that was a healthy fear that prepared me to be the man that I am today. You know, only man I fear now is God, you feel me? But having that fear is something that you definitely have control, you definitely have free will. So I feel that cons are, you become a target. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate being chastised, you feel me? So I can respect that, right? Your family, your children, your wife, your enemies, they all celebrate your death when you're gone.
Just over 9 years ago, Americans were united in grief after the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Now, Americans are united in celebration after the killing of Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden.
Once you know that you have free will and you know that people are gonna move out of fear, then people are more likely to get rid of you. They're more likely to gang up and get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? Like they did the Dame Dash, like they did the Steve Jobs. We gotta understand that fear is necessary in certain circumstances. Being able to know your boundaries, you feel me? Being able to know your boundaries as a human, boom, you can go ahead and establish certain shit at the gate. And what I mean by the gate is when you first get in contact with people, you can let them know what it is and what it ain't about you. If you don't, it's kind of like you giving the green light for them to do what you want. You know what I'm saying? And they continue to do what you, if they continue to do what they, you feel me? Then you've entered this con stage of love. I have a quote for fear, right? And the quote says, "A door slamming makes one afraid. What fear is the serpent that crawls underneath it." When you show love, you get love back, right? But after a while, that shit gets a little sour if the person doesn't keep applying that love. You know what I'm saying? And so after a while, it has to be a balance. You feel me? And so that goes off into, you know, cons. They may slack on that love. You know what I'm saying? Less likely to keep the respect because it's love. It's like, okay, boom, this, that, and the third. That shit, you know, it's an illusion, right? So then you go off into fear. Fear is more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Fear is going to get the job done, right? When a nigga fears you, when someone fears you, have free will. You know what I'm saying? Cons are you become a target, right? And when you die, all your people celebrate your death. The whole world shout joy. They're running in the streets with motherfucking parade balloons and, you know what I'm saying, horns sounding off in the street like it's Mardi Gras. So the reason why I spoke on love and fear today is because I realized that no matter what you do in life, no matter who you set out to be, no matter what you try to do, everybody gonna either love you or they gonna hate you. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what you do, you could be big and fat, you could be tall, strong, dark, black, and handsome. You could have long, natural, beautiful African hair. You can be perfect in your own way that God made you, right? Someone's gonna find something to say about you. It's just about how durable you are, you know what I'm saying? And how much love you got for yourself. Right? We're gonna go off into balance, right? I say with balance, it's better to be feared than to be loved if you cannot be both. If not both. If not both.
Be to yourself. Stay to yourself. Trust nobody. Trust nobody. After dark. You know what I mean? Straight up. My closest friends did me in. My closest friends, my homies, people who I done took care of their whole family. I done took care of everything for them, looked out for them, put them in the game, everything turned on me. Fear is stronger than love. Remember that. Fear is stronger than love. All the love I gave didn't mean nothing when it came to fear. So it's all good. But I'm a soldier, I always survive. I'll constantly come back. You know what I mean? Only thing that can kill me is death. That's the only thing that'll ever stop me is death. And even then, my music will live forever.